So here we are outside the United States Capitol on the National Mall. Somebody put up an impromptu statue celebrating the friendship, the great friendship of Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. Every once in a while, living here in Washington, D.C., some things pop up as protest, as flexing the constitutional right that we have to free speech. And yesterday, a statue popped up right down on the National Mall across from the United States Capitol of Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. It's like a fake bronze statue, or it appears to be. I didn't touch it, but we went down there. Brittany Page and I went down there, and it's Donald Trump frolicking with his best friend Jeffrey Epstein, and there's placards. Anyway, I think it's fantastic when people use their abilities and their talents to exercise their free speech rights while also messaging something that's very critical in this moment in American history. And one, it's to keep this story in the headlines so that we can finally get some answers. And hopefully, the most important aspect is to get some justice for Jeffrey Epstein's victims and the potential victims of Donald Trump, the credibly accused Donald Trump of horrific crimes against the most innocent in our society. So here's me down there. We did a couple of things. It's always awkward for me to be talking into a microphone when there's like an audience of people watching. So it's born out of my own insecurities, I guess. But here's me down there talking a little bit about what I see, and I read from the placards and I get some good shots of it. But this is what's going on. And I tell you what, we'll play that and then I'll have some thoughts on the other side. So here we are outside, obviously Washington, D.C. outside the United States Capitol on the National Mall. Somebody put up an impromptu statue celebrating the friendship, the great friendship of Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. And on the placards, which I'll cut to in a minute, I'll go over there and read them. It is just a recreation of the birthday card that Donald Trump sent his best friend of 15 years, Jeffrey Epstein. Activism comes in many different forms. Some people are good at being on the phone. Some people are artistic. Some people have the messaging strategy to include this type of thing outside of the United States Capitol in view of all of the MAGA tourists that come here to visit the nation's capital, to keep in the front of mind the fact that Donald Trump is a credibly accused sexual assaulter of women and children, and keeping this in the front of minds of tourists, of Americans, young and old, because this should not be forgotten. All of the distractions that Donald Trump creates on a daily basis, from having comedians fired for making jokes about him, to all of the other distraction nonsense that he does, this should be front of mind. So I'll bring you over and I'll read the placards and we'll get some better photos of it. But good news, and thanks to whoever put this up. Here we have it. Donald J. Trump. Yes, there is, but I won't tell you what it is. We have certain things in common, Jeffrey. Enigmas never age. Have you noticed that? A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret. In honor of Friendship Month, we celebrate the long-lasting bond between President Donald J. Trump and his closest friend, Jeffrey Epstein. There must be more to life than having everything. And then, of course, Jeffrey Epstein. Nor will I, since I always know what it is. Yes, we do. Come to think of it, as a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you. What I really love is how they're frolicking. Look how happy Trump looks being next to his child rapist best friend, Jeffrey Epstein. Let's center it so the United States Capitol is right in the background to remind Republicans in Congress that this is not normal, this is not good, and this is who they're defending. A credibly accused rapist of children and an already court-adjudicated sexual assaulter of women. Look, there's a number of different reasons why this is good. One is to keep the story in the headlines. The other thing is that there's a lot of MAGA hats down on the National Mall, tourists, high school groups, people who are ostensibly Trump supporters who come to the nation's capital on vacation for weekends just to see the museums, tour the Capitol. And a lot of these people don't follow the news as readily or as acutely or as dedicatedly as you do. And so these types of things, it needs to be communicated to the broader public that things aren't as hunky-dory as they would think. There is a resistance effort, and people are unhappy with what's taking place in this country. We are not approving of the National Guard, the military, occupying the city. We're not okay with masked, armed agents of the states literally kidnapping people off the streets of American cities all over the country, not just here in Washington, D.C. We're not okay with the federal takeover of this city, harassing citizens. We're not okay with it. And they need to know that. And they're not going to hear that on Fox News because dissent doesn't make its way through. If they're watching the news, it's likely that. So this is a good thing. I think it's fantastic. Whoever did it, whoever put it up, kudos to you. Thank you for your patriotism. And that's what this is. Dissent is patriotism. Criticism, in order to make the country better, is patriotism. So I'd love your thoughts on this. If you live in DC and you've been down there, if you haven't been down there, get down there, get some pictures of it, spread the word. Ultimately, I'm hoping to use my platform for that. Anyway, I'd love your thoughts. You can click below the comments, wherever you're watching this video, and we can have a conversation there. You can also call the voicemail line 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. Please consider supporting this work. The main way to do so is free. Click subscribe on YouTube. We are heading as quickly as we can toward 1.5 million subscribers. And we're over 17,000 over on the Facebook page, the new Facebook page, Dollemore Daily. Go like and follow that as well. Anyway, if you want to help support this work financially for $2 a month, you could do so on YouTube. Click the join button below the video, become a channel member, or even better, the better option is to go to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. I love and appreciate you very much. I'll see you next time. Be genuine. Be artistic if you have that in you. Unfortunately, I don't. And take care of one another.